Okay, now we're back. Welcome to the Albert and Billy Show. All you listeners on WUAT, and also you can see us on Channel 18, Valley TV, and you can check us out on YouTube. We were talking about that, and we're well over 30,000 views now on YouTube. So thanks for everybody for supporting it. It's went above our expectations, that's for sure. I was just talking to Papa and telling him that I thought, well, we might get 100 views and that would be a success. And it's at 30,000. So
the differential between 100 and 30,000 is ridiculous.
It is. So
maybe you're just
thank you, everybody.
Maybe you're fantasizing.
Maybe. No, I'm not. The numbers are there.
You're not dreaming.
I was being realistic. I thought maybe 100 people will watch it.
I'll tell you one thing it's caused. I watch Channel 18 now.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are watching it. We get a lot of compliments.
But now I don't look at me. I look at you.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
You watch yourself too. I know better than that.
I look to see if my hair is.
Yeah. Your hair, my hair is all over the place today. It's windy out there. You can just look at me and account for that. But it feels good outside. We're still in this heat dome. And we started talking about this about 3 months ago. The South is in a heat dome. And this microphone gets on my nerves because I don't know what to do with it. But we're going to get a new one. It's in our way. But anyway, the heat dome has set over the South. It started 3 months ago, and we said back then, back in July, that it'll be here through mid-December, and I believe it will, because we're in November.
Well, you know, back there in the book of Genesis, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need that much, but boy, let me tell you, we can't get by with just a shower here and there. We're going to have a deluge for a day or two, or 3 or 4.
That's true. We're in a severe drought.
Well, I haven't had a bath in 3 days.
I can tell. I'm kidding, folks. That was a good one. You walked into that one.
Well, I haven't washed my car in 2 months.
I hope everybody's following that advice. I mean, it's pretty bad. This is actually, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'll go over it because this affects everybody, especially everybody with city water. As you may be aware, Bledsoe County and surrounding counties are currently in a drought. Well, that's putting it mildly.
Surrounding states, too.
Yeah. Water is essential for most basic needs of health and safety, and it must be properly managed in times such as these in order to continue to be able to provide adequate quality water to all customers for essential and domestic use. Therefore, in cooperation with community leaders and others, Pikeville Waterworks Utilities has implemented a mandatory water use restrictions. And we'll get to the restrictions. And then there's prohibited things that you just cannot do right now.
There's a difference in restriction and prohibit.
Yeah, the restrictions are, let's say, commercial nurseries and vegetable gardens will be restricted to absolute minimum usage to keep plants alive. Watering of golf course tees and greens may only be watered on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 12:01 a.m. to 5 o'clock a.m. Ball fields may only be watered on Tuesdays and Thursdays or Saturday, once again from 12:01 a.m. to 5 o'clock a.m. Now those are the restrictions. The prohibited activities are washing sidewalks, driveways, parking areas, tennis courts, patios, or any other hard surfaces by commercial, industrial, or residential customers except for sanitary or safety purposes. Filling or refilling of swimming pools, non-commercial washing of privately owned vehicles, trailers, boats, etc. Use of water for dust control or construction compaction, firefighting training, residential watering of trees, shrubs, lawns, or flower gardens, watering of golf course fairways, all non-state mandated line flushing by utilities and fire departments. Now, if you fail to comply with the plan, that will result and warnings or termination of services with reconnection fees applied. Stage alerts will be updated through radio station, that's us, newspapers, scanner, and it will also be posted at City Hall. So there is your water update for now.
Well, I have a question.
I figured you would.
Well, what I'm concerned about, there are businesses that rely on water. What happens to them? They were not listed in the restriction nor the prohibition.
I don't know. I mean,
Well, take for instance, you've got car washes, you've got washaterias, you've got businesses like Hubbard down here that uses a lot of water. I don't know how many different businesses would be. Well, I'm just.
Me and Allie aren't listening to anything because we're trying to get this mic situated. But I'll give you props. You just kept on going.
Let's paint it white. You won't be as
Well,
visible.
the problem is I can't move it too much because you won't get close enough to the mic for people to hear you on the radio.
I'm stooped, Billy.
There you
My back
go.
is stooped from old age.
Are we better now? Okay. Now, what businesses are you talking about, though?
I suggested car washes. I suggested
Ooh.
washaterias. Those are dependent on water for their customers, or they're no longer in business.
Laundromats are still getting used because I see people parked over there all the time. Car washes, you got a good point.
Well, I know, but it's not listed there as a restriction because that's their livelihood.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what I'm saying is that if the water crunch gets crunchier, it would affect everybody at the same time.
Yeah, it would.
We shouldn't pick on one segment of our economy and say, well, you quit using water, therefore I'll have enough for me.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. It's just a severe drought, isn't it?
Severe drought.
Well, we'll go on to some other things.
Let me tell you now, going back to the Bible about water, I'm talking about Noah.
Yeah.
Elijah prayed one time for it not to rain, and it didn't rain for 42 months.
I bet he regretted that prayer.
No, he wanted to get the attention of the king.
Oh.
And then he prayed, and it rained. We need an Elijah.
Man, no kidding. His prayers got answered.
We don't need one Elijah to pray that it don't rain anymore.
No. If he's going to do that, he can go on
We
somewhere.
need that Elijah to say, let's get some rain coming down out of that sky.
That's right. Well, Pawpaw, there's a country breakfast at the rescue squad tomorrow.
Wow.
6 to 10 a.m.
Reckon I'll get to go?
Well, you can if you want to.
You tell your daughter.
You
tell
okay.
your mother, my daughter.
Mama, if you're listening, Pawpaw wants to go to the rescue squad breakfast. They will have sausage, country ham, fried bologna, bacon, eggs, scrambled eggs, of course. And,
they never have Friday.
biscuits and gravy and a drink, all for $6 a plate. All proceeds do go to the Bledsoe County Rescue Squad. Tomorrow is the Fall Festival at First Southern Baptist Church from 4 to 7 p.m. They'll have games, it says inflatables, face paintings, and more. So that's tomorrow at First Southern Baptist Church right here on Main Street. It's their Fall Festival from 4 to 7 p.m. Also tomorrow, a lot of stuff going on tomorrow, by the way. Nickel Roll Music Hall presents Legends of Country Music featuring Kerry Hassler and the Nickel Roll Band. One show only, limited seating. The show starts at 7 p.m. Tickets are $12 in advance, $15 at the door. And if you'd like to reserve a ticket, you can do so by calling 447-3000. That's an easy number.
Yeah, same as 2,000 or 1,000. What number did you say it was?
3,000. All right, also tomorrow is the Bazaar that reaches far.
Bazaar that reaches far.
Come shop, eat, and enjoy at the Poplar United Methodist Church's 8th Annual Bazaar that reaches far. This mission fundraiser is sponsored by the Poplar United Methodist Women, with all proceeds going for mission projects locally and globally. It'll be from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Methodist Church, right here on Main Street. There'll be various handmade Christmas crafts for sale, as well as baked goods, homemade candy, and many handmade craft items such as wood crafts, jewelry, fabric crafts, and more. This year, the featured handmade craft is a beautiful crocheted Afghan called Spring Flower. There'll be a drawing for this Afghan. Tickets are available at Bilberry Insurance on Spring Street. Tickets also be available at the bazaar. Winner need not be present.
How much are the tickets?
They don't say. It does not say.
It'd be up to them whatever they want to sell them for.
That's right. Well, if you have any questions, and that's a good question, call 447-2951 or 881-3915. I'll make sure.
Can I do one of mine now? Just one.
Go for it.
Well,
Since we're talking about the Methodist women, there
you go. You were talking about the Pikeville Methodist Church, very active people there.
Mm-hmm.
They are having a pecan sale just in time. Holiday season is here. Thanksgiving and Christmas is upon us. And you can already buy nuts in the grocery stores. So they're selling their pecans for $10 a whack. Whether you buy whole, halves, or pieces, or the cinnamon glaze, or the chocolate covered, or the chocolate clusters, or the dark chocolate. You've got 6 choices of pecans for $10. And the only place I've got
not a bad price.
Well, the thing about it is, I believe these are pound bags, the halves or the pieces, but I don't believe the glazed and the chocolate covered would be a pound package at the same price.
Not. Well,
but anyway, I'm just giving it like I have it here. But you find out from Bilberry Insurance Company all about it Monday through Friday from 8:30 in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They will be there to answer your question and to sell you the pecans. That took care of the Methodist women.
That is correct. And we'll go ahead and give Bilberry Insurance a shout out. They're one of our sponsors for the Albert and Billy Show. We're also sponsored by Citizens Tri-County Bank on Main Street, Subway over on the bypass. You can get breakfast now at Subway. We're sponsored by Scotty's. You did their commercial. You can get Little Burgers. They're famous for that.
Scotty Burgers.
Sponsored by
Can't buy it anywhere else.
No. Erica Bice and Beyond the Basics Hair Salon is a sponsor. Also Carolyn Terry and Michael Walker, Lisa Wheeler at the courthouse. Farm Bureau is a sponsor. Go to them for all your life, auto, insurance needs with Matt Massingale.
Health too.
Health, yeah, I knew I was missing one. The Loom, our neighbor, the Loom, Judy Yates. Go to the Loom for quilting, fabrics, notions, and more. She also has flowers and clothing alterations. She's open Monday through Saturday from 8 to 5. 406 Cumberland Avenue, right next door.
I couldn't do without Judy.
Yes, she helps you out a lot.
I'm not very good at alterations.
I'd say she knows that.
Yeah.
Consider how many times you have to go see Miss Judy at the Loom to fix something for you.
Pretty regular.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, I'd say she knows.
Is that all?
Anyway, back to my announcements.
Sorry for the interruption.
Before you rudely
I beg your
interrupted
forgiveness.
me. You are forgiven. Second Chance Pet Group volunteers are waiting for your calls. Pikeville Dunlap scheduling procedures have changed, Papa, and that is
For the better.
For the better. It's due to scheduling problems with one of their clinic providers. That piece of paper is getting on my nerves there. Here we go. The new process involves various surgery days at various clinic providers. Please call and discuss your spay and neuter needs. The number to call is 554-4442. Leave them your name, phone number, best time of day to return your call, and tell them what services you need. Their volunteers will call you back to discuss your needs and make the appointments for you. Prevent a litter, be part of the solution, and fix your critter. It's from Second Chance Pet Group.
There's some people that have pets that wouldn't want you to call them critters. They love their pets, and they wouldn't want you to call their pet a critter.
But it is a pretty clever slogan.
I like it.
Yeah.
Litter, critter, bitter, they're all right. Why did I put bitter in there?
I was sitting there trying to figure that out, but
I thought it rhymed too.
You're on a roll today. I can done tell. Papa, the 20th annual Christmas parade is coming up.
Yeah, in November. What about
Yeah,
that?
Saturday, November
Christmas?
26th, right after Thanksgiving. Starts promptly, it says, at 5 o'clock p.m. right here in downtown Pikeville. The lineup will begin at 3 o'clock at the walking track right by your house.
I'm going to charge a fee for them
You
coming.
could get rich doing that. Each float will receive a number to be displayed on the float. All floats must be in line at 4:45 p.m. This year the parade will be a little bit different. There's no theme this year and no categories. But each business, family, club, school, church, etc. will be able to pick a Christmas song that best describes or depicts you. That Christmas song should be playing on your float, or someone should be singing the song, and you need to decorate your float accordingly with the song. Please have something written up for the MC of the parade as to why the Christmas song you chose fits your business. The entry fee this year is $20, which will be taken before the float enters for lineup. After going through town, each float will be parked behind the courthouse so that people can get a close-up view of how much work and talent has gone into this. Everyone will be given a piece of paper to vote on the People's Choice Award. People's Choice Award, by the way, receives $500. This and the grand prize float winner will be announced at the farmers market right after the parade. Remember, the grand prize here is $1,000. That's the highest it's ever been.
There will be more floats floating through town this year than has been.
It'll be a record year, no doubt. If your business, etc., needs help in picking a Christmas song, please feel free to contact us. We'll be glad to help you out. We hope to have vendors selling food and drinks at the farmers market, and of course, we're hoping to have Christmas music played as well. If you have any questions or you need some help picking a song, call Pam McBay or Jane Wooden. The number to call is 423-322-0932. That's the 20th annual Christmas parade, Saturday, November 26th, promptly at 5 p.m. right here in downtown Pikeville.
I'll give them a clue. Blue Christmas, that's my favorite song. Somebody would come up with it. Be easy, you'd have a blue tree.
We could do a float if we were creative.
Are you suggesting I'm not?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not.
I just said blue Christmas. We could have blue lights on the tree.
Be a good job for our producer.
And I would be singing Blue Christmas. Just sounding like Elvis.
Everybody will be running for the hills. You'll clear downtown out in about 5 minutes if you do that.
You've never heard me sing Blue Christmas?
No.
Never will you?
Probably not.
You don't like my singing, I can tell.
I'm just giving you a hard time. You can go into concert anytime on here if you want to.
Really?
As long as the dogs don't start howling or anything like that. Or if it don't break the window.
Remember, I'm better at honky-tonk songs than I am at church songs.
That's what you were told.
But also, you got to think about country music. And I didn't like that one that you had playing a while ago. I like My Women a little on the trashy side.
I like it. It's a good hit. When they recorded that song, they didn't think, well, I hope Albert Roberts likes this song. If he don't, we're not going to release it.
You should respect womanhood more than to say that about women.
Well, you should have a sense of humor. It's a joke. You have to listen to the words. You obviously didn't get it. Shame on you, Papa. I'm
speechless. I just don't know what to say.
Well, don't be speechless for long because I need you to do your announcements.
Thank you. Tomorrow night.
Welcome.
This is very important.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. The reason this is so important is because on Sunday people get mixed up when to come to church.
Yeah.
So you have to take care of it on Saturday night.
Yeah.
You turn your clocks back 1 hour. Fall back.
Yeah, it's spring forward, fall back, right?
But it says when you go to bed, but you don't have to. You can do it at 9 o'clock if you wanted to. You just have to turn your clocks back. Remember to do that. It's important.
It is. You gain an hour of sleep, but it gets dark way earlier.
You don't gain an hour of sleep. You'll stay up your regular time. You'll stay up your regular time, and then you change your clock.
In your head, you gain an hour of sleep because it falls back and it gets dark earlier.
But if your body is attuned to
Anyway, go ahead to your next announcement.
The Bledsoe County Veterans Park Board invites you cordially to the dedication ceremony of this Bledsoe County Veterans Park.
Yeah.
50 feet away from us.
Yeah.
It will be a week from today, in which we'll place it on November the 11th. It's going to be at 12:30.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get mixed up there. Next Friday, the 11th at 12:30. We're going to dedicate that park, and the other rocks are the slab is supposed to be in place.
Well, good. Yeah, you want it to be ready, definitely.
Right. But now, an hour earlier, or 45 minutes earlier, the parade will break through the streets.
Yeah. It's,
everybody will be.
What do they call it? 11 at 11, right? The one before that.
Yeah.
Okay.
11.
That's funny.
Well, it's not funny. It's noteworthy that it can be that way.
You're just wanting to argue today, aren't you?
Mount Christian United Methodist Church. You were talking a while ago about it.
This menu is going to be. You're going to be impressed.
Yeah, but there's something wrong. I've got 2 breakfasts to
They're next weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, but tell me what you see on this picture. What do y'all see in this picture?
Fried eggs.
Fried eggs.
Oh yeah, but they never have them, do they?
They don't ever have fried eggs.
Somebody please make us some fried eggs.
Mount Christian and Methodist Church is having a breakfast Sunday the 13th, which will be a week from this Sunday.
Right.
And it's going to be served from 8 in the morning to 9:30. They want you to get through in time for church.
Right.
They're going to have scrambled eggs and bacon and biscuits and sausage gravy. Sausage gravy is much better than bacon gravy.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. You don't just fry it in the sausage grease. You put a little sausage in there with it.
Yeah.
So you've got body.
Yeah.
Then you have French toast casserole. I never heard of that.
Thank you. I haven't either.
Pumpkin muffins. Wonder why they're having pumpkin muffins at this
I've
time.
never heard of those either. But ham and cheese casserole, is that good?
I didn't know. I omitted that one, didn't I?
Yeah.
That would be good.
It sounds really good.
And they're going to have fruit. Doesn't say what kind. It might be a mango. Coffee, milk, and hot apple cider. Hot apple cider. That's a
unique menu, isn't it?
I'll tell you what. I like cider. It's sipping cider.
Okay.
You don't lug a jug on
Too
cider.
strong, isn't it?
You sip it.
Okay. We may have to go to that one. That sounds like a great breakfast right there.
Brother Jim wouldn't like if I went to church out there and went to Sunday school out there instead of coming for a Southern.
You can go to the breakfast and then politely leave.
But it wouldn't be polite, Billy, if you went out there and ate breakfast and didn't stay for church. Big country breakfast. This one's going to be the day before. That one's on Sunday the 13th. This is on Saturday, which will be a week from tomorrow.
Right.
They're having. You notice theirs is always a big country breakfast. Never middle size, never small. It's always
big.
Big country breakfast.
But it is big. They usually have quite a bit of food.
Well, the reason they can call it big is because they don't meet out your servings. You get your own.
Yeah. And not every place does that.
That's right. So they have biscuits and gravy. Now theirs may not be sausage gravy. Eggs, potatoes, tomatoes. They always have tomatoes. Big bowl of tomatoes.
And of course, potatoes will be hash browns.
Hash browns. No, you know what? I believe there's sometimes they're French fries. Fried potatoes.
Are you serious? For breakfast?
Lie to you, Billy?
Well, that does sound kind of crazy.
It's not hash browns. I don't believe.
Oh.
Really? I'm positive.
We'll have to go check that one out too. Good excuse to go to all these.
Yeah. I hope I get to go to this one. Ham, sausage, bacon would be 3 choices of meat.
Yeah.
And the ham is country ham.
Is it good?
None of these breakfasts that are served by these different organizations serve city ham, what we always call it, which is tenderized ham. Country ham is a Cadillac in hams for breakfast. I got you. Yeah. And then for beverages,
Cadillac,
you have
like
coffee and milk and orange juice. This is the Veterans Hall on State Route 30 West. It will be from 7 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock, and there is no set fee.
No, but
they want a modest donation,
yes.
and they leave the modest part up to you.
But people do.
But if they stare at you real hard, you have not been modest enough.
That's right. That's right. They get dirty looks. You may want to leave a little bit more money.
And this breakfast is furnished by Manderley Farm.
Yeah.
I think that's good. That we have organizations in the county that help the veterans out on the expense.
They deserve it.
Yeah.
If anybody deserves it, they deserve it. And I like how it's different businesses that support them.
Yeah.
Each month. That's good.
Well, somebody underwrites the cost of buying the bacon and the eggs and the ingredients for serving the breakfast. So then the volunteers cook it, and the people in the community buy it and eat it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to eat breakfast anyway.
Exactly. So why not support the veterans? The CMA Awards were the other night, Pawpaw, a couple nights ago.
Is that Country Music Award? CMA?
Wow. Yes. Yes.
I got it.
wouldn't have admitted that.
I got it.
Okay. I'm glad you do. Don't have to explain that to you.
I didn't think it had anything to do with classical.
Yeah, you think I'd be reading that?
C stands for classical, same as it does country.
Oh, I don't give 2 cents about classical music.
Let me tell you, in the Lone Ranger, when I was a boy, hunkered down by the radio listening to the Lone Ranger,
Oh, yeah.
it was classical music in the background. Kid you not.
I thought that was terrible.
It still is. Anytime you have the Lone Ranger on television, old reruns,
I haven't
it is
seen them in a long
classical,
time.
and I'm trying to think of the piece that is played, but it's very, very classical.
Well, that's nice to know. Yeah.
Well, now you'll never hear that anywhere else.
I believe you on that one. Well, we want to give a list of, me and Brandon talked about it a little bit the other day during the top 10 countdown. We gave our predictions earlier in the week, and it was about 50% right.
That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty
If you're
good.
batting baseball and you bat 500, you're good.
That's right. And there was a few surprises, but we'll run down the winners for you folks real quick. This was the CMA Awards in Nashville. Female Vocalist of the Year went to Carrie Underwood.
I knew that.
Vocal Group of the Year went to Little Big Town, which they had a big year. Song of the Year went to, it's Tim McGraw, Humble and Kind. The songwriter is Lori McKenna, and that song went #1 about a month ago. Single of the Year went to Thomas Rhett, Die Happy Man. That also went #1. And also Album of the Year, that's a big one. And this was a surprise. It went to Eric Church, Mr. Misunderstood. I thought Carrie was going to win that one, so that was an upset. This is a big upset here. Vocal Duo of the Year went to Brothers Osborne. Most people thought Florida Georgia Line would win that. They had a big year, but it went to the Brothers Osborne. And New Artist of the Year went to Maren Morris. You know, My Church, a song.
I wonder why. This radio station right here pushed it.
We did. We
I
did.
bet y'all play that thing 12 times a day.
Well, no, not hardly, but we pushed
Let me
it.
tell you, it's catchy.
It is, isn't it?
catchy.
It's a good song, and she won New Artist of the Year. There was another upset. Kelsey Ballerini was favored to win that, but Maren Morris walked away the winner. Music Video of the Year went to Chris Stapleton, Fire Away, and Music Event, which is Duet of the Year. And this is a recently released song. It went #1 just a few weeks ago. Elle King and Dierks Bentley, Different for Girls. And Musician of the Year went to Dan Huff. He's I guess you'd say a producer, one of the studio musicians that's always in the studio that don't really get recognition a lot. So it's nice to see
But
them
he
get
got
rewarded.
recognition there, didn't he?
Yeah, that's nice to see.
What
and that's
did
a
you say the name
rundown.
of the girls that won the
New artist Maren Morris.
I'll tell you, the two things in there that really got it. Can I get a hallelujah?
Mm-hmm.
Can I get an amen?
I know.
That got it.
It is a good song. Kind of feel like you're at church listening to that song, the way the music and the background
I
is.
bet Brother Jim would like to hear a lot more.
And when she sang it, she was joined by a church choir, and they sounded really good.
I bet Brother Jim would like somebody to say hallelujah to his preaching.
Right.
And an amen too. You know what amen means?
No.
You have any idea what amen means? If you were in church Sunday and you heard somebody say amen to something the preacher said, what are they saying?
I said, I don't know.
Go get him, boy.
What?
Go get him, boy. I agree with you. Preach it.
I agree. Okay, got you.
I think really it means so be it or let it be.
Does it? Well, learn something new every day. Learn about 2 or 3 things today that I didn't ask for.
If you'll just let me talk, I can teach you some things, Billy.
I know it. I know it.
Constructive,
Constructive, yeah. We'll do Tell the answers for last week's
Trivia.
and then
It's
we'll
trivia
go
time.
to a break before we do
Trivia
the new
time.
trivia.
Last week's trivia. Okay, last week it was on sports.
Okay.
What sport?
Oh wait, though there's something we forgot to say. I don't know how I missed this. It was in my. Here it is. I do need to say this for Miss Joanne Britt, and then you can get to your answers. But we
I like
can't leave
Joanne.
them
I
out.
saw her on the front page of the Blitz-On.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, sure did.
Well, she's providing the place to have this, the senior center. This is on election night at 5 p.m.
Election night.
Yeah, a chili supper hosted by the Bledsoe County Republican Women's Club. All proceeds will go to the annual high school scholarship fund. You can dine in or carry out. Come and enjoy eating, fellowship, and you can watch the election results at the senior center, 5 p.m.
But who's putting it on?
The Bledsoe County Republican Women's Club.
That means Democrats can't come?
I'm sure they could come.
Oh, really?
I would think so, but they probably won't.
I said she was on the front page. No, she was over in the newspaper somewhere because her high school graduating class had a reunion.
Did they?
And I think she graduated back in 1940. So.
Yeah, right.
Joanne, I was kidding. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
She and her husband both, they like me. Jerry's real nice to me.
No.
Okay, last week's trivia. What sport is privy to the name citation? Could be in no other sport.
Citation.
Citation. Horse racing.
I wasn't thinking that. Okay.
Well, it wasn't in your time, but you should have heard of some of the great horses in history.
Okay.
Question number 2. Who was Joe Engle?
Joe Engle, don't know.
That wouldn't be in your lifetime either, but his Engle Stadium is still in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
And back years and years ago, Joe Engle was the owner and proprietor, and he was the promoter of everything. He would have a wheelbarrow loaded down with money at home plate, and to promote people to come to his ball game, he would say, when the game is over, or in the 7th inning, between innings, come out here and you can carry off all the money you can put in your pockets. You can carry out.
Well, dang it, but everybody loved him.
Well, that's the kind of promoter he was. I'm just saying he didn't do that every week.
Oh.
But maybe he would give an old car away. He wouldn't say an old car.
Wow.
We're going to give a car away. Well, it'd be an old car. It wouldn't be a brand new one. But Joe Engle Stadium is still in Chattanooga.
Yeah. That's where the Lookouts
And
used to play.
well, that's where the film for Jackie Robinson, number 42, that's where it was made. Right there at Engle Stadium. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
I'm telling you, Billy, listen to me. Question number 3.
I'm waiting.
Fernando Valenzuela was a professional athlete. Tell me what professional team he played with and what position he played.
I don't even know the sport, so I definitely can't tell you that.
You don't. He would always look up when he delivered the ball, so he was a pitcher.
Okay,
And
so
he
he played
pitched
baseball.
for my
L.A. Dodgers.
Dodgers. He was from Mexico. Question number 4. When Jackie Robinson broke the color line in baseball, you remember I asked the question, who was the second player to break the line and signed from the Negro Leagues? What team signed him and what was the man's name?
I can't remember the answer.
Well,
What is
you
it?
weren't born, but you
Yeah, I
should.
challenged you this week to do questions that you can't go past 1980, because this is why I don't know none of these.
Yeah, but Billy, you should have heard, you should have read.
Well, I did.
His name was Larry. Well, how did you know about Jackie Robinson? As in
Because
47.
he was a lot more. No, I don't know. People learned about him. This other person didn't get as
He
much
was
attention.
second. He was second. His name was Larry Doby, and he signed with the Chicago White Sox in the American League.
Okay.
The American League saw what the National League did by getting a rich prospect there in Jackie Robinson, so they jumped on board.
Okay.
Question number 5, which was the last question. The biggie. Name 3 sets of brothers that played professional baseball, and nobody called in, so nobody got
What
the
a
prize.
shocker. Okay.
Okay, Joe DiMaggio, people remember. I'm sure
Yeah.
you've heard of Joe DiMaggio.
Yep.
Joe DiMaggio. He had a brother named Dom, D-O-M, Dominique.
Okay.
They were playing at the same time. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
You've heard me mention Dizzy Dean.
So he had a twin too?
He had a brother. His name was Paul. You go down here, the library right down that you can see. There's a book down there, me and Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Dizzy Dean and Paul Dean. They were both pitchers in
Okay.
the baseball. But that was back years ago. I can't make it.
Maybe Paula Dean was
I
named
can't
after
have it.
Paul Dean.
The third set of brothers, Philippe Alou and Matty Alou. Well, listen, I saw him play. I saw him hit a home run in my lifetime. And I think there was a third Alou
That's a tough
brother.
one.
I think there were three of them. But anyway, nobody had called an answer.
Well, I can see that was tough to remember that many. I'd be satisfied if they did one.
Again, Billy, I do no digging to try to come up with something hard. These questions come to my mind.
I know, but I hope you met the challenge this week.
I did. Well, okay.
You
now,
better have.
Okay, this week's. Are you ready for this week's trip?
No, we have to take a break.
Oh,
I think so. We'll come back with it though, and I'm hoping that it's.
it won't be on baseball. It won't be on sports. It's going to be just trivia from anywhere.
Yeah, we just got to get it a little more current so other
It
people
could
can
be
answer
what color
too.
shirt did Billy wear last week? You know.
Well, I don't know if I can remember that, but I'll try.
You don't. You
Our
don't remember.
producer would know though.
They do
She's-
keep up with your shirt.
They keep up with my wardrobe.
I like this one.
Yeah, it's got a pretty woman on it.
Look what
She's
it
a
says.
new country singer.
Look what it says. If you wore that to school, they'd make you take it off. I told a boy the other day he had on a shirt that said Miller High Life. I said, son,
Oh,
are you
did
allowed
he?
to wear that? He said, nobody told me not to.
I don't
About
think we
30
were.
minutes later, I saw him, but he had on a different shirt. And I said, what happened? He said, did you go tell on me? I said, no, I didn't. And they made him take that shirt off, and they gave him another shirt to wear.
That's funny. It got busted.
Well, I knew that you should not be wearing a shirt advertising beer.
No, we were never allowed to. I was about to say they've got lax then if
And
they let him.
I asked him, I said, are you allowed to do that, son? He said, nobody told me not to. They did.
It's 30 minutes later,
Yeah.
and he thought you told on him.
He accused me of ratting on him. I said, son, I did not say a word, but I was going to ask somebody
You need to know, yeah.
so that I could tell him the next day, don't do that again.
Exactly. All right, well, we'll be back with Papa's trivia, and like I said, you never know how hard it's going to be, but it's usually pretty dang hard. But we'll see if he mixes it up, makes it a little bit easier this week, and we'll see. All right, we'll be back. You're listening to the Albert and Billy Show right here on WUAT and Channel 18, Valley TV. All right, welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show.
We're both back,
We're both back.
all three back. Allie's here.
She's here. She is here. Trying to keep us straight.
That smiling
in line.
face.
It's hard to do.
Does she ever
She's
frown?
working on something back there.
Does she ever frown?
No, I don't think so. She just did because you said that. All right, let's hear the trivia this week.
Our break is over. It's time to go back to work. Here we
Yeah.
go. 5 trivia questions, non-sport.
Lord.
Non-sport. Question number 1. What
Oh, gosh.
4 president heads are sculpted on Mount Rushmore?
Okay.
Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Question number 2. Where are the Black Hills located?
Okay.
That's
Got
question
that one.
2. I've got them too easy this week. I can tell.
No, I was good at geography.
Question number 3. In the movie about Sergeant Alvin C. York, I know that was before.
Okay.
That was before my time too. But you
Okay.
can't tell me I've not heard about Alvin C. York. What's the name of this highway?
Mm-hmm.
Alvin C. York Highway.
I've heard of him, but
Okay.
what's your question?
All right. In the movie about Sergeant Alvin C. York, what actor portrayed Alvin, and where was Alvin from?
Well, I'll try.
Less than
when
an
I'm
hour's
back.
drive from here. Less
Okay.
than an hour
I think
drive.
I do know that part of the question.
Question number 4. On television and in the movies, what actor starred in the role of the Lone Ranger?
Mm.
And there was a big to-do over that because he felt like he should be the immortalized Lone Ranger. Nobody else could be the Lone Ranger.
Oh, so they got mad when
Yeah.
they continued without him.
I think he tried to keep on being the Lone Ranger when they didn't want him to be the Lone Ranger. Okay.
Oh, he got canned.
Well, I'm sure he did. Another question later on will be who was Tonto. Okay, the last hard question.
This is the one where people
He was
can
a
call
real
in.
he was a real Indian. He has a real Indian name.
What, who?
Tonto.
Tonto.
That's
Okay.
right.
Now this is, folks, you can call in and guess this one. And I have a McDonald's $10 gift certificate for McDonald's.
Oh,
or a
you
knife.
asked the question. Let me answer. $10 gift certificate.
Not too bad, is it?
They
Not
give
too
they
shabby.
give me 8 breakfasts.
Yeah.
My breakfast is $1.64
You must get the sausage biscuit.
and coffee.
Okay.
I don't listen. I walk in the door.
They know.
I just give them $1.64.
That's pretty good.
Question number 5. In the Legend of Sleepy Hollow,
Okay.
what was Ichabod Crane's profession?
Mm.
Have you ever read the story and you've seen the movie?
It's been a while. I'd have
But
to-
you should know.
What did he
And
do?
I'll bet you $1 to a hole in a donut that somebody will call.
Oh, there they are.
What did I say?
We'll see if they know it.
WAT Radio.
Let's see if they know.
You are right. Who am I talking to?
Who is it?
Hold on. You get.
What is it? Hello? Well, dang it. We thought it was a listener. Okay, I won't. Okay, all right. See you. All right, yeah. See you, buddy.
Who was it?
That was Dan. He can't get a prize. So, but
Don't
he
tell
was
him
right. Okay.
Yeah, he told me. On
Yeah,
the
he
phone.
said not to give the answer. So you still have a chance, folks. Call in. Once again, what was Ichabod Crane's profession?
Right. Okay.
In the Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Who wrote that?
Is that part of? Is
No,
we can answer that?
no. Washington Irving wrote it.
Washington Irving. Allie,
Okay.
do you know the answer?
Okay.
Write it down and we'll show it to Papa and see.
Uh,
Okay, you can keep talking now.
all right.
Something else.
Let's talk sports now.
Okay.
Basketball. Okay.
Okay.
The men's University of Tennessee basketball team won big time last night. Did you know they played?
Who won? Tennessee? Well, who'd they play? Carson
Slippery
Newman?
Rock.
Ooh.
Slippery Rock.
I bet they were-
Exhibition game. Exhibition game. So they won big time.
Well,
But next Friday night will be the opening game of the season for the University
Who
of
they
Tennessee
play?
at Knoxville, University of Tennessee at Chattanooga.
UTC will beat them.
Yeah, they'll beat them.
Yep, sure will.
They will. We had one senior on the roster last night. Robert Hobbs.
I wish he would.
What's his name? Robert.
He has the talent.
The third.
Yeah.
Well, he got 14 points.
Did he?
He got 14 points.
That's not good though on an exhibition game.
Well,
is
he
it?
only played 12 minutes.
Oh, well, that is actually good.
So you got the freshman, you know. But
He
now let
will
me,
have to step it up this year.
Barnes is impressed with his freshman.
Well, they
He's
may
impressed.
surprise us.
But the thing about it is, SEC, they don't play around.
No, it's a tough conference.
Okay. Next Friday night will be a barn burner. Guess who's going to burn the barn? It'll be UTC.
Yes.
Baseball, World Series, history. Over and done with.
Yeah, the Chicago Cubs won.
You know who they won for?
First time in over 100 years.
You know who they won for?
Themselves.
They
the
won.
city,
Well, they
the
won
team,
for
their coach.
Harry Carey.
Yeah.
All those years that he was the announcer, And
Yeah.
he's felt like the Cubs will win next year. The Cubs will win. Then their fan base, they
Yeah.
deserve to win.
Yes, they did.
1906 is a long time ago.
Man, them were some loyal fans right there, let me tell you.
I'm telling you. I watched them one year when we were up there, and they're out there in the stands, and they're having a ball, and they're up in the buildings behind the stadium, and they're having a ball.
They do. They have fun.
But anyway, they won the World Series. Had to go 7 innings, and that last game was a doozy.
Yeah.
Had to go extra innings.
They about messed up and lost.
But anyway,
Good to see it go down to the wire like that. It's entertaining.
baseball lasts a whole season, 162 games. Fittingly, the World Series came to a 7-game series.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
I like that. And you've got people that always say that teams throw the series or throw the games,
Mm-hmm.
But do you realize that players only participate pay-wise in the first 4 games?
Mm-hmm.
When they play game 5, 6, and 7, they're not getting paid. They only share in the revenue of the first 4 games.
I find that hard to believe. I bet they're getting something.
Okay.
Don't you?
That's average.
I would think they were getting some kind of something somewhere.
What about when it's just 4 games to nothing? People win 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
Series is over.
And that's not fun to watch, is it?
Okay, but I'm saying 4 games is what you get paid for. All right, let's go on. Football.
Now, where did you find that? Who told you that? You're
Billy,
just assuming that?
No, I'm not assuming it. I've read it.
That's what I'm asking. Where?
I don't know, Billy. That
You don't
happened 100
remember?
years ago.
Well, then times might have changed.
Okay. If I'm wrong, it's aberology.
Okay.
Find out.
We will.
Football. Jalen Hurd quit.
Yes.
Jalen Hurd quit.
He's a quitter.
Well,
He quit on his team.
I don't know.
Right in the middle of the season. Yes, you do know. That's terrible.
Okay. But tomorrow.
But he might have had his reason. We shouldn't bash him too hard.
Well, reckon Mr.
I've
Kelly
heard-
had something to do about this?
Who?
John Kelly. Reckon he's had something to do with it? Maybe he saw the handwriting on the wall? That kid
I
can
guess.
run.
Yeah, but they need him though.
All right, we don't have Alvin
Got
Kamara.
injuries,
So
he quit on his team. I've even heard that they wanted him to quit because he refused to go back into a game the week before. Things changed ever since the Texas A&M game when he messed up.
Oh yeah,
They said that's when it started going south, and him and Butch Jones couldn't see eye to eye.
I've heard
and
that.
he refused to go into the last 2 games when they needed him, and the team decided they didn't want him anymore. That's just a rumor.
Well, there's something going on with the team. Has to be something wrong with the chemistry. I don't know all the reasons, but anyway, suppose we win tomorrow.
Yes.
And that will be win number 6. That puts us in a bowl game. 6 wins, you're in a bowl game. All right. You've got Missouri left.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Vanderbilt left. And you got Kentucky left.
Right.
If we win tomorrow, Tennessee Tech, do you think we will?
We should.
Well, that'll be win number 6.
Yeah.
Missouri be 7.
Mm-hmm.
Vanderbilt be 8. Kentucky be 9.
Mm-hmm.
Bowl game win, give you 10-win season. Wouldn't it be wonderful?
Yeah.
Do you think we'll get
With
by?
all those injuries.
Do you think
yeah.
we'll get by Kentucky and Vanderbilt?
No.
But if we beat Tennessee Tech and we beat Missouri, we'll have 7 wins.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good because we won 9 last year.
Oh yeah, it's not good regardless now.
There's something wrong.
I'm over it now. I don't even care.
Well, where is our offense?
It
You've got a
disappeared.
senior quarterback.
Who can't do nothing right now.
He threw 1 touchdown pass last week and threw 2 interceptions.
Mm-hmm. He's playing awful. He's played terrible.
Well, it's the whole offense.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just the O-line. It's everything on offense. One bright spot. How
I've
about
never
that?
been sold on Butch Jones. I'm still
Well,
not.
let me tell you, it's not just Butch Jones. What about the offensive coordinator?
Mhm.
I don't understand why Mike DeBoard was hired. to begin with. Came out of retirement to be an offensive coordinator for an SEC school, the caliber of what Tennessee wants to be.
Is he the one they brought in to specifically beat Florida? They brought one man in to beat Florida.
Well,
it worked.
I'll have to say we did.
But you got to beat other teams.
Well,
too.
we did beat Georgia, but we beat
Yeah.
Georgia 2 years in a row now.
Well, we've not done nothing since.
But
3 straight losses.
I'm worried about Vanderbilt, and I'm worried about Kentucky too. But anyway, there's something wrong when a player accuses the team of. Well, one player said, "We lack consistency." You've played 8 games. If you're going to work on things, you don't need to work on them through 2/3 of the season.
No.
You work on those things, well, week to week, but there is something seriously wrong. If we are inconsistent, there's something wrong with the coaching staff because they can't get motivation going.
That's right.
To overcome the penalties. We've already been penalized more and had more. Well, we've had 20 turnovers so far this year. Last year we had 12 for the whole season. So turnovers,
penalties, which that's discipline.
yeah. But we've got serious. I'd say this. I think we've got serious problems.
Yeah, I think they're
Seriously.
turning on Butch. Don't you? He's lost control.
Well, something is bad wrong. I really believe.
What do you think it is?
Well, I think it has to start with coaching. I believe Mike DeBoer's a big part of it. I believe Mike DeBoer will be gone.
But that falls on Butch. You better get rid of him.
Well,
Butch better fire him.
But I've not heard any negative. I've not heard any undercurrent working down here on the ground level and letting it swell up to reach a crescendo, saying we want rid of Butch. It's not there.
If they lose one of these last 4, yeah.
Well,
because it's Cupcake City right now. They better win out.
Well, like I say, you won 9 games last year. And you've already won 5. So you better win at least 4 more
Exactly.
to get back up to 9.
They have to win out or Butch will be in the hot seat again.
Okay. I'm tickled pink to read where 2 men in the NFL were fined for targeting.
Good.
One of them was
Should be.
fined $18,000. One of them was fined $24,000.
Right.
Okay.
Which that's pocket change to them. Isn't
That's
it?
true, but they were charged with illegal hits. Illegal hits. So if targeting is illegal and someone does it,
That's the printer going off. I thought there's a ghost in here, Papa. Me and Allie were just looking at each other like, what is going on here?
a ghost did it. It had to be a ghost. There's no
blank
writing.
paper.
Wow. I bet I did that.
That'd be good for a blooper reel right there.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
That is funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if these men were illegally targeted by a dirty football player, then
Yeah.
that mindset that causes a man to put his helmet down and zero in on you
Yeah.
to hurt you.
Should never want to do that.
Okay, so the penalized at the time they're penalized. They're recognized as being targeted. Don't you have to go out of the game too, or is that in college? That's in college.
In college you do. I
That's
don't
in
know about. I don't know about it. Well, there's some sirens now.
But they have, but they penalized these 2 men.
Well, there was
Fine.
sirens, now they went away. What's going on, Pawpaw?
Well, I'm trying to give this report, and here you are upset.
Maybe they don't want you to or something. This is weird. A ghost
A ghost.
sends us a message, and then sirens. I hear sirens. So did Allie, and now they're gone.
I don't even believe in ghosts, Billy.
Well, I do now, and they're after you. Okay,
But
let's try again.
I'm saying if these men are hitting these, and Cam Newton was one that reported it to Roger Goodell. He said, I want you to study this thing. I want you to look because they're trying to hurt us. And they put one quarterback in the hospital, and he may not even get to play again.
Yeah. Well,
so
then they
if
should
it's
be kicked out permanently.
If
for
it's
that.
criminal activity,
Charge
and
them.
it's the mindset is criminal, and they're already saying they're dirty tackles, they're illegal. Something needs to be done more than $18,000.
Well, then that's where I made my point earlier. That's not punishing them.
No,
That's like us. They're going to have to do something a lot sterner than that.
Well, you remember last week I said, what's the most dangerous sport? And I brought up mountain climbing, and I brought up boxing.
I said hockey.
Hockey, that's definitely a dangerous sport. And you mentioned football.
Yeah, because of the head.
Because, well, all the concussions.
Mm-hmm.
And then this targeting, they're not necessarily targeting the head. They're just wanting to hurt that body and get him out of the game because that's the quarterback they're trying to target.
Yeah, and you're not coached to do that, or a good coach wouldn't tell you that.
But what do you think? In sports, it should be clean competition.
That's right.
And in most sports it is.
Yeah.
You get out here and watch a tennis game. You get out here and watch
Very
a
clean.
a badminton match.
Clean.
Hit that bird. Did you hear me, Dan? Hit that bird.
Or
that shuttlecock. But
that still sounds funny. I'm sorry.
basketball game. But you should not want to put somebody out of the game.
No.
And you remember the ice skating?
No, that can happen in basketball.
You remember the ice skating thing?
Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan.
Yeah. Somebody wanted Nancy Kerrigan out of the competition, didn't they?
Big time, and they about succeeded.
Do you reckon that...
Good for her, though. She persevered and won a silver medal.
She did. But do you think that there's some moms want their daughters to win in competition, and some of these shows they go to, and they might do something illegal to let their daughters win?
It happened in Texas.
Uh-huh.
A woman almost had a cheerleader killed. Lucky for that cheerleader, the hitman backed out and told police.
Told. But you know what that's a reflection of? The human nature.
Yeah. Jealousy.
We are marred, we are scarred. There is a sin element at work in our world, and you're not going to get rid of it.
No.
Okay. What about the SEC in basketball?
We're going to give people 5 more minutes to call in with that answer. If not,
that's not hard, is it?
No. If not, we're going to reveal Dan's answer. People, what was Ichabod Crane's profession in the Legend of Sleepy Hollow? If you don't know, Dan's going to be the winner.
All right.
We'll give him 5 more minutes.
In basketball, Notre Dame is number 1. Guess where Tennessee Lady Vols are?
It was like 13 or
number
something.
13.
But they don't deserve a high ranking yet.
The SEC has South Carolina at number 4. Mississippi State at number 10.
Yeah.
Kentucky number 19, Florida number 20, and Missouri number 24. That's 6 ranked teams.
Tough conference.
Yeah. What about golf?
I miss Pat Summitt so much.
Oh, Billy.
Holly just don't have it. I hope she surprises me, but I've not seen it yet.
Well, I'd like to see you surprised.
Yeah.
Golf. Tiger Woods will play. Remember the last time I brought up Tiger Woods' name? I said, Tiger will play. 3 days later, Tiger won't play.
Yeah.
But this time he says he's going to play in the Hero World Challenge in the Bahamas. Listen, here is a golfer who is ranked number 831 in the world. That means there's 830 men better than he is.
No.
Why all the hype?
Because really that's not an accurate ranking.
That's who Tiger was.
Yeah, he's just...
We don't know
he's not been playing, that's why.
That's right. We don't know who he is. He's not played in 15 months, so you don't know who Tiger is.
Right.
But he's still getting type because of all the hype. I don't understand. Golf. Well, what about that? Okay. Stan Lee. Somebody wanted me to talk about Stan Lee today.
Yeah, that would be our producer, I do believe.
Yeah, you remember that?
And that movie premieres tonight.
Doctor
Strange.
Yeah. Stanley.
Speaking of Dan, he was looking forward to that too. Heard several people look forward to this movie, so I never got into this series really, but I know it's very popular.
Well, do you know Marvel Comics?
Yeah, I know them, but I just never got into it that much.
Was Superman ever your hero, or Batman, or
Are they Marvel?
Well, no, but
okay.
But I'm just saying heroes.
Yeah, I like them.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay. Stanley. Now the name of that latest movie was Doctor Strange, right? When's it going to come?
Tonight.
Tonight. Okay.
Premieres in theaters tonight. Probably be the #1 movie.
Okay. This article came out of Parade magazine a couple of weeks ago and he was on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
He's 93 years old.
Mm-hmm.
93, and
he don't look it.
He walks to work every day in Beverly Hills. He's officially retired, but he's still got his name around, and he still probably makes some money.
Yeah, guarantee you that.
But the brightest star in the whole Marvel universe is actually Stan Lee. He's the man who puts the ink and the imagination into all the characters. Okay.
He created it.
Yeah, he created.
Well, there's a picture of Spider-Man, so he must be Marvel.
That's one of them.
Well, I did like Spider-Man, so.
Okay.
I guess I did like some of the Marvel comics then.
Every day is a new adventure. He's never gone dry. You can't run out of an idea. He said, I can take a phone book and get an idea for a character or a plot.
Wow.
He said, if I can just look at a phone book, he said, if I can look at it long enough, I'll get a story.
He's got imagination then.
Well, and then Allie and I talked about this last week. In every movie, he has a role. It's discreet, but he'll be in the movie himself, as himself.
Oh, really?
But he won't be walking down the street as Stan.
He plays a character.
He plays a character in the movie. He may be a hot dog vendor, or he may be.
And you have to pay attention probably to catch it.
Well, you probably would catch it, but he does that. He has a. That's just something.
Allie's giving us clues over here.
Well, he wants to do it, and that's the thing about writing a book. You can put it, if you're the author, you can put in what you want to.
Yeah, you'd have that power, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, he was asked a question: which one of his superheroes would he like to have a dinner with? And he said, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, or the Silver Surfer. And the characters that he has created, it's not just imagination. Somewhere along the line, he's got something he wants to put out here for people to understand better. Maybe it's an issue with people and the way the relations are with people or whatever. He has an idea back of his mind that he wants to get across.
He sounds very intelligent.
Well, okay, The Avengers is one of the Marvel comics.
Now, I've seen this movie here, Deadpool. I watched that. I did watch it.
The Fantastic Four. You remember who the Fantastic Four? Plastic Man was one of them. I remember that. And
Allie's looking at you like, who? What?
Plastic. Wasn't he one of the Fantastic Four? No, I guess that was another time.
Plastic Man. I never heard of him.
The Hulk is one of the four.
No.
Thor. Well, all these are creatures that he created. Hulk and Daredevil.
None of them are the Fantastic Four, apparently.
The X-Men was one of the...
Yeah. Well, the Hulk. Now I used to watch the Hulk.
Oh, yeah. And Thor, there's several of them that he created. But anyway, they've been around for...
well, I'd say he's very, very wealthy, creating all those superheroes.
It says here that Lee made readers feel like his friends with his tales of flaw.
Here they are. This is
Fantastic Four.
Elastic Man. You said Plastic Man.
Elastic. That's it. His arms would stretch. Elastic.
Okay. Invisible
That was
Woman. He was close.
Invisible
Woman. The Human Torch.
Human Torch.
And the Thing.
The Thing.
Yeah. So that's the Fantastic Four. Good
All
job,
those-
Allie.
All those came out of his mind.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And
You created a new one today. Plastic Man.
well, Thor was called the God of Thunder. But can you just imagine? And then to understand how Spider-Man got his powers, you know.
Yeah.
It's amazing that he's able to do what he was able to do.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, that takes a lot of imagination, a lot of smarts.
Yeah, a lot of smarts.
I'll just see if I can do that.
Well, I'm glad that
We'll talk about it next week, but I'd say it will be the #1 movie this week at the box
Doctor
office.
Strange, I'm sure it
Thor, God of Thunder.
will. Yeah.
Does that say Loki? Loki, God of Mischief, right? Loki, that's another one.
There's no telling how many characters he's created, really.
Do you know the answer to that?
But
No, because there's no telling.
here's the thing about it. He's 93 years old now, and he's not run out of ideas yet.
No. I'll
Okay.
slow down a bit.
Okay. There's
We're
one.
going to give the answer apparently people don't know this answer, so congratulations to Dan. Let's see if Allie has it. Okay, let's just give the answer. She's not confident about it. Okay, what was Ichabod Crane's profession?
Ian, the Legend of Sleepy
In the
Hollow.
Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
I bet most everybody out there knows. He was.
I'm surprised people didn't get
he
this
was a
one. I
school
really am.
teacher.
School teacher.
That's the
okay.
reason. What was the name of with the headless horseman?
Headless Horseman.
He was jealous of him because the women realized he had education. He was an interesting person to talk to. He had a way
Okay.
with the women.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since
That
I've
might be
read that.
terminology, you know, but I'm just reading
More
between the
likely.
lines.
I've not read that or seen that movie in quite a while,
Okay.
but it was a huge hit.
Oh yeah. It's one of those classics.
It is.
And we're
yeah.
going to talk classics a lot more at the time, unless you head me off at the past like you did my Indians. Desmond Doss. I did a feature on him here a while back. But
I need a quick refresher course on him then.
okay, what about the movie? Now this movie is going to come out. Is it tonight?
Oh, he was the conscientious.
Hacksaw
Is that what that
Ridge, Okinawa. You know,
Yeah, I wonder if it ever came out yet.
it's coming out tonight, I believe.
It comes out tonight too.
I believe it does.
Wow. Big weekend in the movies.
For some reason,
This is a true story.
it is a true story. Here's his picture. Now he's dead now, but
Oh.
this is a picture at the last armed services deal they had on there.
What's his name again?
Desmond Doss,
Desmond Doss.
Doss.
It says Desmond Doss comes to Hollywood.
Okay, back in 1945, the Army was having a time taking over Okinawa. That's Japan. That was
He
Japan
didn't want to
territory.
kill.
He wouldn't carry a weapon. I
Right.
won't even carry a weapon. But he wasn't trying to. He was not a conscientious objector.
He
A
wasn't.
conscientious objector, he didn't want that role. He said, I don't want to carry a weapon. I don't want to kill. But he wanted to take part. He wanted to be involved, and so he became a medic. And so in Okinawa,
That's good that he wanted to help in any way he could.
he was a Seventh-day Adventist, and over, dragging men to safety in a war zone. He was wounded, and he
He
had
got wounded. Really?
he got shot by a sniper. He had a grenade to blow up and put shrapnel all in his body. But
Dang.
where he's recognized for is in this battle called Hacksaw Ridge, he pulled 75 men to safety through the fighting. While the bullets are flying and everything, he personally drags, without any regard to his own safety, he drags these men that have been wounded to safety and lets them down a rope so that they can be ferried out with a helicopter. And his prayer was, Lord, please help me get more and more, one more, until there will be none left, and then I'm the last one. That was the prayer he prayed while he was doing all that work. But see, what he had to deal with was the stigma of being a conscientious objector. His superiors wanted him out of the army or wanted him out of their company.
Because of that.
Because of that. He had a lot of flack from his fellow soldiers.
I'd say.
They felt like he was a coward.
Yeah.
And so after this happens, on that day, they changed their minds then because they realized that he was for real. He did mean what he said.
Exactly.
He was not a conscientious objector. He wanted to participate. And there's a picture of him. As a medic. Okay. Because he did what he did, he received the Medal of Honor. And
yeah, there's a picture of it.
Yeah, he received the Medal of Honor. And Harry S. Truman, the president.
That was in 1945.
Yes.
Okay.
The war will come to an end quickly after this.
Yes.
But Harry S. Truman will present the award to Desmond Doss. And here's what Truman says. You really deserve this. I consider this a greater honor than being president.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
That's powerful.
That's powerful. But the story that will be revealed in the movie is telling about what all he went through from his peers, from his superiors, and everything that he had to go through during the time he was there. He just wanted to serve without a weapon.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad he got his due.
he got the grenade. The grenade blew up on him, and he got shot by a sniper. But anyway, after the war,
he died a hero.
He would die a hero. But
Yes.
after the war, he had a lot of opportunities to speak in churches and in civic organizations. And Hollywood came knocking. They wanted to do it, but
Good.
he wanted God to get all the glory, so he never would. But he died in 2006. And so I'm sure the family had something to do with this. That's been 10 years later.
I don't blame them. They wanted him to get recognition.
Right.
And I don't blame them for that.
And so I'm sure Hollywood has done a good job getting this elevated up to a top-rate movie.
And that premieres tonight as well.
I believe I'm right.
So 2 good movies we know of to go see this weekend at the box office. We know which one Al will be watching.
His wife died, and he remarried. And,
oh, really?
And then she died too. And but a good man, a good man.
Yeah.
I've
got there?
I've got an English lesson that I want to give you.
Oh, great. All right. Mr. Roberts, the teacher, teach us some English here.
No dictionary
Okay.
has ever been able to explain the difference between the words complete and finished
Okay.
in a way that's satisfactory and easily understood. Some people say there is no difference. But there is. Here's the difference.
Okay.
When you marry the right one, you are complete. When you marry the wrong one,
You're
are finished. But listen, when the
That's
right
funny.
one catches you with the wrong one, you're completely finished.
That's pretty good, Papa.
2 more. The English lesson continues.
Oh, okay.
The word further and the word farther. Which do you use if you say, I live down the street a little?
Further?
You say further.
I don't know. I'm just guessing here.
Well-
Farther, farther. I don't know.
Further.
Which word should you say?
The word further means more distant, more remote, or farther. Further means farther. I'm not through.
I know. I was just making a correction on the spelling.
Now, that's further. More distant, more remote. Or it could be farther. Now, farther, the word farther, F-A-R-T-H-E-R. It means more remote, more distant, additional, more, and further. You look them up in the dictionary, farther will say it means further. You look up further, it means farther.
Wow. So if you say down the street, which answer is right? Farther or further, it don't matter.
Either one you want to. And let me say one more thing. I lost as good a friend as a man could ever have when Mac Brown died.
Oh, yeah.
And tomorrow there will be a memorial service for Mac at the First Southern Baptist Church. There will be family receiving friends from 9 to 11, and the service will start at 11 a.m. at First Southern Baptist Church for Edward McCoy Mac Brown.
And you will be speaking.
I will
preaching.
I will have a part with in the service. Yes.
Okay. Now, is there any visitation or anything?
9 to 11.
Tomorrow. Can I
9.
go tonight? It's just tomorrow. Okay.
Nope.
Just wanted to make sure there.
Tomorrow, 9 to 11.
Yeah, that was a big loss for you, wasn't it?
Good man.
You talked all the time. We'll have to next week, if you think of it, tell some of Mac's jokes. He had some really, really funny jokes, didn't he?
Well, no one could tell him like he could.
Yeah.
No one could tell him like he could.
And he told you a joke, what, every week?
Well, sometimes 2 or 3 in one night.
Yeah.
Mac had the ability to get you to want the punchline,
Right.
but
yeah.
he would hesitate and make you hang on and there with your mouth wide open waiting for it.
Mhm.
And he would hesitate and hesitate and hesitate so that whenever he hit you with it,
Mhm.
you really got it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kept you waiting and waiting.
Yeah.
Well, remember that. We'll do some jokes from Mac Brown in honor of him next week. Because I know you can. I'm giving you a week to think of something. I think you can do it.
Well, most of his were about dumb blondes. I don't want any of my dumb blonde. I don't want any of my blonde. I don't want any women.
Well, we'll just say no offense. It's just a joke. There's all kinds of dumb blonde jokes anyway. So blonde headed
I don't
people
know.
will be
I
used
don't
to
know that I
that.
can remember any of Mac's jokes because they were
Yeah.
so.
I got a blonde on my shirt here, Papa. I mean, blondes are used to the dumb blonde jokes. There's only about 1 million of them, you know. There's a bunch. There's a bunch, and a lot of them are funny.
Well, I'll go back to what I said earlier. I don't like that song about the trashy women,
Well,
and
it's good.
And I don't call any blonde dumb.
It's a
Call any woman
That's
dumb.
why it's a joke.
Okay.
So we're gonna work on getting Papa's sense of humor next week, folks. I'll see if I can manage to do the impossible and get him a sense of humor.
Well, you
didn't even listen to the song, so you don't know. You gotta listen to the song.
Okay, but you be sure and don't wear that shirt again next week.
Oh, I won't.
This
I
first
won't.
time I've worn this shirt.
Well, really? That's good. We're going to have to get a whole new. She's clapping. We're going to get a whole new wardrobe.
Well, when cold weather gets here,
I'll have plenty to wear then. If this stupid heat dome would go ahead and get out of here.
I bought a shirt last week. Black shirt. It's beautiful. Eddie Albert said, "Dad, I'll wear that. I'm gonna wear a black shirt and a white tie."
And you're going to wear it when cold weather comes.
Oh yeah, I don't want to wear it now. Too hot.
I know. That's the problem.
Got it for $3.60. Looks like a brand new.
That's the way to do it, isn't it? Where'd you get it at?
Second Chance in Crossville. Battered Women's Project.
I think I've heard of that.
Well, that's where I get all my clothes. I bought 2 or 3.
And they look brand new.
I bought 2 or 3 sport coats. Bought several shirts. Bought 5 pair of pants one day for $1 a piece. I'm not kidding, Billy.
I didn't say you were. I know you're not. That's why it's funny. So go to Second Chance in Crossville. We'll give them a shout out.
Some of them were dress pants and some of them were work pants. 3 of them were
Yeah.
work pants, 2 of them were dress pants. I
Yeah.
got them for $1 a piece.
You can't beat that.
But you have to go the first. Hey, tomorrow will be the Saturday. We'll try to go sometime tomorrow. I don't have
Oh, you have to go at a certain time.
First Saturday of the month, you get a bag.
Oh.
Whatever you can get in a bag. If you can get
Really?
10 pair of pants in a bag, you get it for $5.
Well,
I
there's
got those-
people out there stuffing bags right and left and sideways.
I got 5 pair of pants in that bag that day, and got Patricia a pair of earrings, and I was trying to, but I couldn't find a shirt that fit me. You don't believe me, but I'm telling you.
I
the
do
truth.
believe you. I need to send you out there to get me some short sleeve shirts since this heat dome is still here to December.
Well, I'm still wearing short sleeve too.
So maybe you can get us some shirts, Papa. Well,
You know, I don't understand why nobody called in. If Dan Young knew that answer.
well, that's one of your better questions. I'll give you that.
Thank you, Billy. First
Finally.
compliment you ever gave me.
Yeah, at least it didn't happen in
Well,
1800. So,
You don't. Which one of my grandsons you think's the best grandson?
for me, of
Oh, yeah,
course,
of course.
yeah. That's a no-brainer. But well,
What
at
do
least
you
Dan got it right. But next week, maybe somebody will call in and know the answer. Do another one like that.
I'm
Though.
gonna have to say, well, what color cape did Little Red Riding Hood wear?
Yeah,
I can't get them
that
that
would be
simple.
funny.
We can't get them that simple.
No, but do another one like that. You did good this week. So,
But the
we'll
3
end
sets of brothers was too hard.
Yes, it was. Not just anybody's gonna think that up, Papa.
What was Marilyn Monroe noted for? That would be a good question.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
different things.
Well,
sex
what do you
symbol.
think? What do you think Marilyn Monroe was
Sex
most noted
symbol.
for?
A movie star, sex symbols. She, a lot of people think she was murdered.
Well,
a lot
what-
of people think she was having an affair with JFK.
What pose do you most remember her for?
It's like a yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ellie knows.
Yeah, she was wearing a white dress.
Well, she's trying to keep the dress from blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
She don't really care whether it blows up or not.
Oh, of course not. There's a commercial. Have you seen it? Where it's got her doing that, but she hadn't ate a candy bar or something, so it's a man doing the pose, and they're like, Miss Monroe, something's wrong. And he eats a candy bar, and then she turns back into herself. And then the director's like, this thing will never make it off the cutting room floor. That was one of the biggest things she had, you know. That's a good commercial right there. Well, thanks for listening, folks, to the Albert and Billy Show.
And watching.
And watching on Channel 18 Valley TV. And you can check us out on YouTube. Don't forget, 30,000 likes so far and counting. So keep it right here. Be sure to listen to us next week, same time, same place. And
Sign those autographs, Billy.
we'll do. And we'll have some jokes for you. I'll make
I
sure.
don't know that I remember him,
Yeah.
Mac Brown's jokes.
He does, and he will. And until next week, thanks for listening to the Albert and Billy Show, right here on WUAT and Channel 18 Valley TV.
See you, folks.
For the people on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, the Albert and Billy Show, for more crazy fun.